All right, here we go. Episode 94 uploaded, coming at you here on Horse Race Bets. On this here Thursday, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to focus in on what it is that we do best. Turf racing and picking winners. No pick fours, no pick five, no pick three. Just standard win wager. And here's how we're going to do it, all right? We're going to give you 4 turf play of the day picks, and they're all going to be run in less than 4 hours. So if you got some time, you can study what I'm giving you here, and you can decide if you want to roll with me, you want to fade, or you want to follow. But it's going to be 4 turf races. I love 3 of them. One of them I'm like, but I think we have a chance. So we're going to start with the more difficult of the 4. All right, and the first race comes up at 4:16 p.m. Eastern time. It is race number 8 on the card from Gulfstream Park. Mile and a 16th on the turf. Initially, we had 8 runners, but we just received word 2 runners have scratched out, and that kind of changes things. 6 and 7 have scratched out, so now you don't have really any pace in the race. The 2, World Traveler, huge favorite, and does have the ability to control, but Floribunda to the inside with Marcos Meneses, I think, will put the pressure on, and that's going to set it up for our runner. We're going to go to the outside with the 8, Strand of Gold. So the thing about Strand of Gold, in my opinion, first off, I think the horse is absolutely going to love the mile and a 16th distance. Even if there's not a tremendous pace setup, right? If you just look here at the past performances for Strand of Gold, you know, they can be closer. 2 starts back, they were up there close, pressing the pace. And then you go back and look and you can see they've been in situations where they've been able to close. Well, I would prefer them to kind of split the difference, and I think they'll have to today as they get back out to the mile and a 16th distance for the 5-year-old daughter of Looking at Lucky. I like it. It's Lena El Reyes in the irons. I think we'll probably end up getting 6-1, especially with the 2 scratches. They'll adjust the odds, but I like Strand of Gold to make something happen. I don't like the big favorite in race number 8 at Gulfstream Park. That's where we started. We get it going at Gulfstream Park, race 8, with the number 8, Strand of Gold. Then, from there, we're going to move on over. Horseshoe Indy, race number 6. This is going to be a maiden event on the turf course. And initially, we did start out with 16 runners. Of course, you know, they're not going to let 16 runners run on that course. So here in race number 6, we're going to scratch the 3, 13, 15, and 16. But it doesn't even matter. Those horses have no bearing on what we're trying to do here in this race because we're going with pedigree and a first-time starter. All right? So now we'll take you where we are. We're going to go with the 9. Think Fast. So many things to like with this runner. First off, we mentioned we're going to go a mile on the turf course. Think Fast has great pedigree, great win-early pedigree. This is the daughter of Candy Ride. Come on, you guys remember Candy Ride, an incredible runner that came over and was already proven on the turf, then came to America and won on the dirt and won on the turf here, and is also a very, very prominent sire. Give a lot of precocity and turf pedigree. Then on the bottom is West Coast Belle, who's also got that Tappet in her blood. So I think it's going to be very, very likely, and you've got a great series of workouts, right? Then you've got a great percentage from your trainer, Brad Cox. Yeah, I'm still mad about what he did with Good Cheer and Final Gambit, but this area is where he really shines. Plus, you've got the jockey-trainer combo of Fernando de la Cruz and Brad Cox. And you get good value with a nice size field here. You're going to have 12 runners in this race, and we love Fernando de la Cruz. 5-1 morning line on this. I think we might get 7-2 might be as low as they go on that. 7-2 on that runner. We're talking about Think Fast, race number 6 at Horseshoe Indy. All right, from there, we go see our friends at Churchill Downs. Okay, because this is, I think, a really, really good race. It's a challenge, but I think we're going to be in a great spot. And the thing about this is we're guaranteed to get value on our runner. And our runner is not a buster. It is race number 5 from Churchill Downs. Allowance, 1 mile on the turf. 11 runners we started out with, and we don't have any scratches in this race. Now, Ascari to the inside is probably going to be your post-time favorite in here for Christopher Davis with Florent Giroux. Great, great closing kick on that runner to the inside. But we feel like with the presence of certain runners in this race, you've got a little bit of speed coming in here, especially with the 7 and the 8. They provide the pace. We like a horse coming back off of a layoff that I think just has a great turn of foot. Needed that race last time out. So we're going to go ahead and say, okay, no worries. And in this field, we go with the 9. The 9 is Quokka. And Quokka is trained by Jordan Blair with our young rider there, Ben Curtis, in the irons. The thing about this runner here that I like, right? They run well fresh. So they're coming off a little bit of a freshening they ran at the end of January at Turfway Park. And that did not go well, but I'm not worried about that. When they're on the turf course, they do a great job. And when they're at a mile, that's when they really excel. So you can go back and take a look. And you can see the back-to-back performances there at Colonial in the summer of last year, right? Back-to-back victories going a mile over the turf course. And then they stretched out and went to the mile in a 16th, and that's not what he wants. So now he cuts back to the mile. He runs well fresh. There's pace in here, and you get Ben Curtis. I think you're going to get all the value. 10-1 morning line. Oh, I think we'll get every cent of that, and it's live. I love it. And then we're going to wrap it up with the pick that I like the most. We get to our 4th turf play of the day selection. Okay, so I'm going to be dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight here because I've already told you about how I like Hall of Fame rider Kent DeSormo coming up in the San Juan Capistrano on Sunday. He'll be aboard Balladeer, who'll be able to control the pace there. Well, in this situation, Kent DeSormo's in a great spot, I believe, with the 7 in here, J&M Express, right? So we're taking a look at this race from Santa Anita coming up here on this Thursday. You know, we're not going to have any issue with the weather whatsoever. So the turf course is going to be in great condition. And I don't expect to see many scratches, if any, in this field of 8. And so there's a lot happening here as they get set to go a mile with the rail out at 30 feet. That usually gives the speed the advantage when the rail is out that far. But there's so much speed in the race that it's not going to matter. Obviously, there's a favorite in here, the 2, Super Ellie, is going to be tough to deal with. But we like the 7, J&M Express. Kent DeSormo, the Hall of Famer, returns to ride this horse after jumping aboard for the first time last time out. Here's what I like. This horse has good tracking speed, and then they're going to stretch back out. So they went 6 furlongs last time out. Kent sat back and made that move, got to the leader, and then wasn't able to sustain that. But we like them stretching back out to the mile because when they're at the mile, they can sit there and track. And I really believe that Kent will put the horse in the right spot. If you go back and look at some of the past performances, you can see there have been some times when they've been really far back. Like on January the 20th. They were really far back, made a big move, couldn't quite get to the leader. So then the very next start, on March the 17th, they decided to press the pace going a mile. They got the lead and then got tired. I'm hoping Kent will split the difference there. I don't want you on the lead, but I don't want you too far back. I want you right there in a tracking spot. And if I can get this Hall of Fame rider to do that, I think we are going to be golden when they turn for home in race number 7 from Santa Anita on this here Thursday. So J&M Express, Kent DeSormo, 5-1. We'll probably get 9-2, and you know that's my jam. So that's how we do it. We give you 4 play of the day picks on the turf course at 4 different tracks, and then it'll all go down in less than 4 hours. So you can go take a look at those selections, see how you feel. You want to fade, you want to follow, you think there's better picks in that race? All good. Do it. Yesterday's play of the day, no bueno. I have a funny feeling, though, they should have a wager where if you should pick your horse to run last, because that's really hard to do. It's really hard to run last in a race. That's what we did yesterday. So it's all or nothing with us. Let's see how it works out. All right. That's going to do it here for episode number 94 on horse race bets. And in the meantime, in between time, and until next time, I'm Ken Rudulph. We'll see you then. In the meantime, good luck and enjoy whatever you're into.